It has now been nearly 4 months since the Correction Center of Northwest Ohio was approved to operate as an ICE detention center. Michael Sandlin takes us inside CCNO's newest board meeting, where community members expressed their concerns directly, including one board member who proposed a vote demanding change.
It means a lot to me that as a Christian, we need to stand up for people who are imprisoned, who are afraid, who have no justice. We're called to do justice.
That's just one of about a dozen concerned citizens and activists who were at the Defiance Emergency Management Building Wednesday morning to speak to the CCNO board, hoping to pass along 172 letters of encouragement to the migrants locked up in the jail and maybe convince the board to end its agreement.
This board voted yes and agreed to be yet another cog in the wheels of injustice grinding their way across this nation.
Melissa Portala is a Toledo-based activist and one of 4 who were given permission to speak during the actual meeting. She says the people detained aren't criminals. They simply committed the crime of being here illegally, a tone mirrored by Aaron Kramer, a Toledo City Council candidate, Liam Walsh, a concerned citizen, and Reverend T.K. Barger of the First Unitarian Church of Toledo.
Follow the golden rule as best you can.
As the Reverend took his seat, CCNO board member and Lucas County Commissioner Pete Gerken took to the floor. Back in February, he was one of 2 people who tried to vote against the detention center. He was outvoted then, but Gerken says the more he learns about the operation, the more the board should consider rethinking it.
It's probably not violent criminals with violent crimes in their past, members of gangs, or any of the things that this program was based on.
So once again, Gerken opened the floor to a vote. In fact, he opened it to 2. The first was to shut down the deal with ICE completely in the next 30 days.
Doug Engel?
No.
Jeff Root?
No.
Roy Miller?
No.
Glenn Miller?
No.
And the vote fell flat. Gerken then tried to propose another change, to just bring in violent criminals and to forget about the low-level detainees. But that was shut down too, and the meeting was actually adjourned after. Board members who voted against Gerken's proposal declined to comment.
You want ICE here to do that? That's fine. But why would we want to be in the system of grinding up people that are just people trying to get by in America?
CCNO's deal with ICE nets them $117 per migrant per day. As the months tick away, it's turning into hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit. But for this group of activists, there was one silver lining. The letters they had written were approved and will be transcribed onto iPads for the migrants to read.
Letting them know that we know that they're there and we care that they're there and we're outside trying to help them in any way that we can.
Reporting in Defiance, I'm Michael Sandlin for WTOL 11.